welcome to this family.
Mom of the newest couple, Ifeanyi and Amaka.
My daughter, you're welcome to this family. In this house, we value obedience.
Yes, Mama, thank you.
Amaka was the kind of woman people loved immediately. She was calm, respectful, hardworking, and deeply in love with her husband, Ifeanyi. When she got married into the family, everybody in the compound praised her character. Even her mother-in-law, Mama Ifeoma, welcomed her warmly. But there was something about the woman's smile that made Amaka's best friend, Ngozi, uncomfortable. That night, after the wedding, Ngozi quietly warned her. She told Amaka to be careful and to always shine her eyes in marriage, but Amaka laughed it off. To her, Mama Ifeoma was just a strict traditional woman. She had no idea that her real battle had not even started. A few weeks after the wedding, Mama Ifeoma gave Amaka a small bottle of palm oil. She told her it came from the village and carried blessings. She instructed Amaka to rub a little on her hands every morning before working on her tailoring business. Amaka trusted her completely. And so, she used it. At first, nothing happened, but slowly things began to change. Customers suddenly stopped calling. Clothes got damaged while sewing. Money disappeared mysteriously. Even her sewing machine began to malfunction almost every week. It was as if something invisible was sitting on her destiny. And the strange thing was, every time Amaka cried about her problems, Mama Ifeoma would simply stare at her quietly, almost like she was expecting it. One evening, Ngozi visited Amaka and was shocked by how much she had changed. The once cheerful woman now looked tired, stressed, and emotionally drained. When Ngozi asked when all the bad luck started, Amaka mentioned the palm oil. Immediately, Ngozi became serious. She warned Amaka to stop using it. But by then, weeks had already passed. Fear slowly began to enter Amaka's heart. That same night, Amaka had a terrifying dream. In the dream, she was sitting in her tailoring shop sewing clothes. But suddenly, the thread inside the machine turned into thick black oil. The oil spread across her hands, no matter how hard she tried to clean it. Then she heard a whisper behind her, a cold voice telling her, "Stay where you belong." Amaka woke up screaming. Her body was shaking. And just moments later, Mama Ifeoma quietly opened the bedroom door and asked if she had seen a bad dream. The woman's face looked strangely calm, too calm. That was the moment Amaka realized something was terribly wrong. The next morning, Amaka fell to her knees beside her bed and prayed desperately. She begged God to help her. She said she felt like her life was disappearing slowly. And for the first time in weeks, she cried from the depth of her soul. Later that day, Ngozi brought a woman named Auntie Bisi to see her. The moment Auntie Bisi touched Amaka's hands, her expression changed. She explained that some battles are not physical. She said some people don't want a daughter-in-law. They want a servant they can control forever. Then she asked Amaka about the oil. When Amaka explained how Mama Ifeoma instructed her to use it daily, the room became silent. Auntie Bisi finally revealed the truth. She believed the oil had been spiritually prepared to suppress Amaka's progress and keep her dependent on the family. Amaka felt her heart break instantly because suddenly everything made sense. Filled with pain and anger, Amaka confronted her mother-in-law that evening. She demanded to know what was inside the oil. But instead of denying it, Mama Ifeoma calmly told her that a woman who becomes too independent eventually loses respect for her husband's family. Amaka was shocked. But the biggest betrayal came from Ifeanyi. Instead of defending his wife, he admitted that he knew what his mother was doing. He confessed that he felt Amaka was becoming too ambitious and difficult to control. That moment destroyed something inside her completely. Auntie BC then instructed Amaka to bring the bottle of oil. Mama Ifeoma immediately became tense and warned her not to touch it. But Amaka no longer cared. With tears in her eyes and pain in her heart, she smashed the bottle on the ground. And immediately, the atmosphere changed. A strange wind moved through the room. Amaka suddenly felt lighter, as though something heavy had left her body. And for the first time ever, Mama Ifeoma looked afraid. The next morning, Amaka packed her bags. She finally understood that any place demanding her suffering in exchange for acceptance was not a home. She chose herself. She chose peace. And months later, she opened her own tailoring shop called Amaka Designs. This time, her business flourished beautifully. And every now and then, she would look at her clean hands and remember the dark season she survived. Because sometimes, the most dangerous chains are the ones nobody can see.